Hello everyone, and welcome to your very last lesson for online learning. So hopefully you made it to this point. We're ending with a really super easy concept. Midpoint is so very easy. I have 7 questions, but really you only need to see like 2 or 3. But I am going to go ahead and show you all 7, just so you have plenty of examples with negatives and fractions and all that. But super easy way to go out. So hopefully you've made it this far, and congrats to those who have done so, and hopefully you enjoy your summer. All right, here we go. The midpoint formula. So midpoint is the point in the middle, and you're going to do midpoint formula in geometry as well. So we're just giving you a preview here. So the midpoint formula, the midpoint M, usually is the letter we use, of the line segment, so it's got to be having 2 endpoints there. And then we just call them x1, y1, and x2, y2. So the midpoint formula actually comes from, and we usually use an M on there, comes just from averaging. So if I'm looking at my x values here, I have one x value here and I'll have one x value there. I want to find the one exactly in the middle. So I'm just going to add my 2 x values together and divide by 2. I just averaged my x values, and that is the x value of my midpoint. And the exact same concept for the y values. Here's my y value, here's my y value. I want to find the middle of those 2 y values, so I just add them together. So y1 plus y2, and I'm going to average them because there's always 2 points. Obviously, you're finding the middle of 2 points. So that's legit, straight up the midpoint formula. x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2, and you're done. Okay, so I've got a line segment here. You need to know your 2 points. This is -2, -2. This is 4, 4. Again, I want to find the middle. So if I was just to count, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, halfway of 6 is 3. So down 1, 2, 3. So here is that middle line. Okay? And then looking at the x values, if I count across, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. So half of 6 is 3, so count over 1, 2, 3. My midpoint should be this value 1, 1. So what you're doing is just literally averaging those x and y. So let's go ahead and do it. I like to still do my ordered pairs, so I'm just going to say, and you can label them if you want to, x1, y1, x2, y2. It does not matter at all which order you label them. I mean, as long as you're labeling the first values x and the second y. But you could label this guy x2, y2, x1, y1. Who cares? Because addition is commutative. Okay, so -2 plus 4 divided by 2, and these are the same order pairs, so -2, plus 4, just ignore that comma, divide by 2. So I added the x values, -2 plus 4, cut it in half, and I added the y values, -2 plus 4, cut it in half. Well, that ends up being 2 over 2 and 2 over 2, which is 1, 1, which is what we said it was going to be anyway. So you can skip all of this deciding it and just do the math here, and most of the time the math is super duper easy. So let's just go ahead through some examples pretty quick, and then we'll do a word problem. All right, find the midpoint of the line segment with the given endpoints. Okay, x1, y1, x2, y2. I'm just going to add x1 plus x2, cut it in half. y1 plus y2, cut it in half. 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Just adding straight across the top and then dividing, and I'm done. And this is my midpoint. Okay? Again, x1, y1, x2, y2. 20 plus 30, cut in half. And then 5 plus -5. Cut in half. Okay, so my midpoint, 20 plus 30 is 50. 50 cut in half is 25. 5 plus -5 is 0. 0 cut in half is still just 0. Okay, moving over here. Okay, so then it's got a decimal in it, so we might actually need to use a calculator or something. But x1, y1, x2, y2. 7 plus -5 divided by 2, add the x's, divide by 2, and the y, and you can make it a decimal or make it a fraction, doesn't really matter. I could do it both ways, but we'll just go ahead and make that a decimal. It might be a little easier for you. Divide by 2. Okay, 7 plus -5, or 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is a 1. 1.5 I'm sorry, 0.75 plus 1 is 1.75. So I'm just going to do 1.75 and divide by 2. So 0.875. And then don't forget, if you're using the calculator emulator, same exact keystrokes is on here. So if you ever get a decimal and you want to make it a fraction, press math and then press enter, and it'll give you it as a fraction. So that's 7/8. Okay. So however you want to write that, I'm just going to go ahead and go with the 0.875, which was my decimal answer. And it doesn't matter at all which of those forms you use. Okay. x1, y1, x2, y2. -5 plus 3, divide by 2. -2 plus -4, divide by 2. -5 plus 3 is a -2. And if you, of course, if you need to write that out, definitely go for it. -2 plus -4 is -6. So this makes the midpoint -2 divided by 2 is -1. And -6 divided by 2 is a -3. So pretty easy. If you want to write that out, you can, or not. It's also fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this guy backwards just so you can see it doesn't make a difference at all which order you add in. So I'm going to say, call this guy y1 and y2, or sorry, x1 and x2. So I'm going to say 4 plus -3 divide by 2. 5 plus -5 divide by 2. Addition is the same both ways. It's commutative, so it doesn't matter. -3 plus 4, 4 plus -3. As long as you're adding those things together and dividing by 2, you're all good. 4 plus -3 is a 1. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. 5 plus -5, those are additive inverses, so it's going to cancel out. So that's a 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So 1/2, 0. All right, and then you might have one that has some sort of line segment, segment AB. It really should have a little line right there. That's when you go to geometry. All right, find the midpoint. So in order to do that, you've got to know what the values are. So this order pair is 4, 2, and this order pair is -2, 4. Again, it doesn't matter which one you choose as your x1, y1, x2, y2, as long as you're actually adding both x values and both y values and averaging those together. So I'm just going to go left to right. I'm going to say -2 plus this 4 down here, divide by 2. And I'm going to say 4 plus 2, divide by 2. So I just added my x's, divide by 2, added my y's, divide by 2. All right, 4 minus 2 is 2. So the top is 2. 2 divided by 2 is a 1. Oh, I forgot to write my m over here. We usually write an m for midpoint. Okay, and then 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So let's go graph 1, 3. 1, 3. Well, that's good. It definitely better be on the line. And you can see that it's counting down 1 over 3, up 1 over 3. It's the exact same thing. It definitely is the midpoint. All right, and our last question. I apologize, my printer did some wonky stuff here, but just ignore that. So question number 7, you decide to meet your friend and have made the trip to see each other, but accidentally arrive at different airports. You decide to meet in the middle, but your friend didn't do his math work and doesn't know how to calculate the midpoint. So that's going to be somebody who didn't make it this far in the online learning. So you need to tell them, where will you meet? So pretty simple question, just like the last one, except we just had a word problem behind it. You can't really do much craziness with midpoint. You literally have 2 points, you average them, and you go to the middle. That's it. So you guys, one of you arrived at airport A, one arrived at airport B. You're going to meet in the middle somewhere, which we just eyeball. I know I can just eyeball it and see it's somewhere right there. Maybe that's not perfectly exactly it, but it's somewhere right there. But you're going to have ordered pairs. So this ordered pair is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So airport B is 4, 7. Airport A is 1, 1. So I'm just going to average those together by saying 1 plus 4. Divide by 2. 1 plus 7. Divide by 2. Where are you guys meeting? You're meeting at 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5 or 5 halves, however you want to write that. And 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So you're meeting at 2.5, 4. Okay, which actually is good because that means that my graph is drawn slightly incorrectly, but whatever. So I'm glad I didn't guess 2.5 and 4.5. You actually got to do the math. So, I mean, it's easy mistake there on my drawing, but there it is. Where you guys meeting? 2.54. And that's it. Midpoint is one of the easiest formulas, So there you have it. And congrats on making it through your very last lesson. Yay! All right, have a great summer and I hope to see you guys next year.